What's up everyone? It is well after midnight, so I've got to be super quiet around here, but this trade setup is for SDC. You can see a nice gap over here. So this is going to be a gap fill setup. I'm going to give myself plenty of time to allow for this one to work out, but the setup might not be ready tomorrow. So please watch carefully here. You can see I've got this shadow box drawn here. That is resistance over here, support over here, resistance over here, resistance here. If I zoom in a little bit, you can see we bumped our head right up to that level and stopped there. That was the high of day though, so it was looking pretty strong into the close. Now, ideally, what we would get here looks something like this. We're going to break through this level, come back down to test it. If that level holds as support and we start climbing again, this would be the best, safest entry here, in my opinion. And then maybe we come up here to this level where it gaps to, pull back a little bit, and then work on filling that gap. So in a perfect world, we're going to break through this resistance here, come back to test, it holds, and then we move upwards. That would be the safest entry. But if we get through this level here, that's something I'm going to be watching for maybe the entry tomorrow. So we just have to see where it opens tomorrow. Now, your current risk reward setup is going to look something like this. So if we reject here, it's very possible that we go all the way down to 720, which was support here, support here, support here. So if you were to enter here and it rejects this level, you'd have to give it all the way down to about $1 movement against you to see if it's going to hold this level and to see if you're wrong. That's why I don't really want to get in here. I want to see it punch through this level and then come back to test. If it does, this is 832, the gap fill would be 1045. So we've got about a $2 plus movement here with a $1 movement potentially against us. So again, if we can get in above this level here, that reduces having to see if it goes all the way down $1 against us to see if we're wrong. So I want it to see opened above this 832 level here strongly. If it comes back down to test and holds a support, that's the safest entry there. So looking at this gap fill, I want to give myself plenty of time to allow for that to happen. So here's what I'm looking at, the October contracts. Now we're looking at the 9s and the 10s. So the 10s have open interest of 36.60, 1379 for the 9. So decent contracts over here in both of these strikes. I actually like the 9s better, and here's how I look at this. The 10s have some open interest, so we're going to look at that one first and see what's good about this one. Well, it's a 70-cent contract, okay? So the 9s are 32 cents more, but you're saving $1 for the strike. So for 32 cents premium, you're getting $1 less of the strike. So that to me is going to be the better trade. So I'm going to look at the October 9s. Right now they're listed at 102, but this is after hours. So it depends on where it opens tomorrow that will affect this. The open interest is in the 10s. So again, you can go with the 9s or the 10s. I kind of like the 9s better because again, you're paying 32 cents more, but you're saving $1 in that premium, or in that strike price rather. So I'm gonna go with those October 9s. The setup again, gap fill here. We're currently at a resistance zone, so I want to see it break above that resistance zone, work towards this gap fill. I'm going to give it October, so if we have these up and down days, there's plenty of time for this one to play out. SDC working on that gap fill.